Hey guys, it's Canoe coming to you with another update this week. This is a special update this week because it's really centered around training. As many of you know, we have a deadline that's approaching very quickly, which is this Sunday, May 31st. Before we talk about the deadline, I want to just remind everybody that we have been paying $10 an hour for everyone during this crazy time with COVID-19, the extra precautions that everyone's taking. Really to thank you. I know it's been difficult to keep up with all the precautions, all the added steps. There's been lots of updates that have been going along. So thank you for all of you that have been doing an amazing job just really helping to support the team and our clients through all of this. One thing that we want to do is for those of you that are doing the training on time, as you know, the deadline is May 31st. That training, for those of you that complete it by this Sunday, we're going to add an additional thank you for just being on time. And as you know, one of the things that matters the most is people doing the things and trying to keep up with the standards that we put in place, and compliance is really important to us. For those of you that meet the Sunday deadline for May 31st, we're going to add an additional $52 as a bit of a bonus, and an additional thank you to you for the time that you spent. Many of you are working not only a full schedule, but you're also taking these courses. We thank you so much for that. For those of you that are not going to meet the May 31st deadline, and unfortunately there's quite a handful. I'm still got my fingers crossed for most of you, but I think there's going to be a few that have waited too long. You think that the training is really quick. It's not. It's about 20 to 30 hours of time commitment, especially because you're learning some new things. For those of you, we still want you to get it done. We are internally going to extend our timeline to June the 10th. And that is a Wednesday, and our cutoff is at noon on June 10th. What this allows you to do is you continue to do your training. Please go ahead and get past the finish line. There's a very small number of you, less than about 150 people or so, that have not started at all. So we really want to get you to that point where you do start. There's a very large amount of you, about 350, almost 400 individuals that have started some training, but you're not done yet, and you still have at least half of your coursework to go. So you've got until June 10th. You know, we understand life happens. We are trying to be flexible as we can with you, and we will wait until June 10th for you to finish all 46 classes. I just want to clarify, it's all the level 4 trainings, and then there are 3 very short basic COVID trainings that are involved. And for those of you who think that you're done by May 31st, you should have your service supervisor reaching out to you. Make sure you try to log into Relias one more time. Make sure that you don't have some of those last classes still pending for you. And then the third deadline that you need to think about is what happens after June 10th at noon. What's going to happen is that, like we've been communicating to you all for quite a long time now, is that your pay rate will be dropped based on the levels that you actually completed. So we've been paying you at $10 an hour up to this point, and then if you only got through level 2, then we'll pay you the pay rate at that level. And for some of you that have asked or really communicated about this issue and asked, you know, is that really fair? Should we be doing that? One of the things that's been happening is in the past, we've paid you based on your availability, and quite honestly, probably in ways that were not measured at all. We finally have an opportunity where, based on education and training that we are providing, that you're able to set your own pay rate. So please take advantage of this and finish all the coursework that you can. It's our greatest desire that everybody gets paid $10 an hour for the ongoing future, and we'll have other opportunities for pay raises as well. In an effort to make sure that you meet some of these deadlines, we are opening many of our offices this weekend. Your service supervisors are your greatest cheerleaders, other parts of the administrative team as well. We are going to make ourselves available to get the offices open so that for those of you who have scheduling issues or there's a conflict somewhere, we want you to have access to the internet, our laptops and Chromebooks, and we want you to have a comfortable space in which you can concentrate. If you want to schedule some time this weekend or next weekend coming up as well, please contact your service supervisor, arrange that with them so that they can do that for you and make it available to you. And the last thing I want to point out is kind of what's the point, right? Other than pay rate, why are we really doing this? I want you to know that the way we do staffing in our company, the way in which we select caregivers to work with certain clients is ultimately what's changing. We are going to be much more specific around matching caregivers and clients based on their skills that are needed. I want you all to know that those of you who are getting level 4 certification through us, through these trainings, that you're having an opportunity to essentially be put on any case that might come forward. Now, granted, that doesn't mean that you're able to work any case, but you're really further along as far as training and proven training. In many other states, and even in Tennessee itself, there are many companies that only hire CNAs, and that is because they want to have that baseline of training. We are giving you the opportunity, even if you don't have a CNA, that you have access to that. One very important note to make is after June 10th at noon, that the training will no longer be paid for. And that's a really important concept to understand, that for existing caregivers, if you were to finish your training on June 11th or another component of that, your time spent in training will not be paid for. So the deadlines are very important. And just a quick summary, if you can, make sure that you hit May 31st, this Sunday, as completing all of your training, and there will be an additional $52 to say thank you. But as always, thank you very much. We look forward to giving you more information in the following weeks. Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.